The problem is you have to do it flawlessly or else.
Yeah, so the problem is
punishing.
this game has enough issues that it gets frustrating like that. And since it's built to be a hard game, all of these problems are accentuated so much more. Can you glide down onto them?
I don't know if you can get onto one of those pillars and do that.
And it's like, I legitimately like this game, and I want to remain positive about some of this stuff, but it's it's a little harder in certain cases, because it's just like, if it's going to be a buggy mess, make the game easier. I think this is an issue with this is an issue with Cuphead, actually. The Cuphead was actually like legitimately really difficult.
Yeah. What I was gonna say about the Force Unleashed though was, do you remember it where you played 2, but
what? Did his like? I think his loincloth hit me.
Ooh. Oh. But yeah, at the end of every.
No, why am I here?
I think
don't warp up into his torso.
I think you're crawling up into and like past the sphere or the
Unless
disc.
I'm supposed to stab.
No, you're definitely supposed to grab that. Unless you're supposed to stab his head, but yeah. There was no way you could have stayed on?
No, because he knocks you off. You can only stay on him for a short period of time.
But yeah, having to complete those boss sequence combos, it would send you through the process all over again if you messed up. And with the Wii, it was even worse. Because I think there were, in addition to button, there was also motion control involved, too.
There goes my sword. Let's see. I'm getting pretty hungry, so let's start eating bread.
Ooh. Yeah, when he steps backwards, it does damage. Oh. You're gonna need health. Wander?
I'm honestly...
Because see, he tramples you on his way back.
Yeah, so I'm honestly debating this might just be a better game to come back to when it's done with the early access period, because I think I'm gonna hate it otherwise.
This guy, though. If...
I mean, we're running out of health.
Well, you don't have any more healing items?
Not enough if he keeps hitting me like that. Let's reload. So part of the problem was I had done the gong.
Do you just want to go hunting on the island? And...
No, so we can kill him. Okay, so here's the problems with this guy's fight. You have to get up onto his back to ring the gong, but the problem is he gives you no time to actually ring the gong. He just shakes, and then starts using his charge up move to blast you off. Can you grapple the gong? I wish. And so it puts me in this kind of awkward position of...
And then there was also the instance where you just glitched into him and couldn't.
Yeah. Let's see, is there a way to increase defense? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna load back again.
Are you sure you just don't want to go hunting for all the animals you can find and get back to that?
So it's not... Animals aren't going to do...
Oh, and also increase your stamina.
Yeah, but it's even... Stamina didn't matter. Like, no. Stamina honestly doesn't matter. The main thing is you have to get a good cycle on him, otherwise he just smacks you. I know people are going to be like, oh, this is so easy, just you got to do the thing. So the problem is effectively getting up onto his back is going to burn my sword. And I do have some other weapons that I can work with. But once you get up onto his back, you have a limited period of time to ring that gong before he just wrecks you. Okay, here we go. He shoots you if you're in the door.
Okay, watch out. Oh, no. Yeah, it's when he shimmies.
It bugs me a little bit that she really has no haste about getting back up. She's like, ow. Gonna get up slow. I'd straight up just tuck and roll, honestly. in a fight like this. I'd just be like, well,
I've never really seen you do much for acrobatics.
Me? In life?
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm not really built for it. Okay, there we go. That was much better.
Oh, see? You teleported. What? You teleported through him to his head.
You shitting me?
Every time you've climbed up onto him, he starts to shake, and I think it bugs you through to his shoulders. Yeah, didn't you notice?
Yeah, no, I do. I just like. So here's the thing: we can go hunting for the other Colossi.
What do these warlocks even get you?
I don't know. I don't know, but I want to because I want to see. Gear. Because killing the Colossi doesn't give me jack.
It just gets you further in the game.
Yeah, and it's like we could go fight other Colossi, but I'm gonna be honest, my heart's not in it. Because it's one of those where it's like I legitimately enjoy what this game should be. It's just, until it actually gets to that point, I think it's going to make me mad. Like, I think this is one of those situations. Usually I'm like, games should be...
Watch out.
I couldn't do anything. She's too busy. See that, like, really slow, like, getting up? No amount of, like, pressing of buttons can,
There you go. Now, okay, he's down. Good, you got up. But you're on his butt.
Yeah, I'm on his butt.
At least you didn't warp through to his shoulders.
But notice how I can't climb? Because he just starts shaking. Okay, here we go. I've made no progress. Okay.
Come on, there you are.
There we go.
Okay, get that gong.
Because I'm not going to run out of stamina. Stop. Like, I feel like you should be able to just clonk him one in the head.
Oh. Get it.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, I feel like he should have a bit of a gap between those shakes. Because the fact that you have to be ringing the gong...
Well, also, it's such a small surface area, you would think that she'd be able to reach for it immediately.
Yeah. He's doing the AoE again. Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Honestly, I feel like ringing the bell in his back... I feel like ringing the bell in his back should actually, like, stun him, and he like, hurls you off. And that should be how it works. Yeah, like, if the gong stunned him just for a smidge.
Yeah, it would be nice if he flung you off, and then you had to start charging him again, which would give him an opportunity to use his projectiles, because aside from when you were far away, he's never going to use his projectiles on you.
Can you climb? Thank you. Oh, no.
Oh. Okay, you might be alright.
I might be alright. I don't know. The problem is, like, I don't have enough time to recover, even find out.
Yeah, shimmy to the left. You're almost there.
Yeah, I think we're almost here. I think we're in the right spot.
Okay, good. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. All right, we're good.
2 out of 3.
So I can kill this guy. As part of the reason why I'm so, like, focused on... It's like, I know I can do it.
So do you suspect he's supposed to be a frost giant of sorts?
Probably.
I mean,
what?
He is...
The...
Ouch. Pallid blue skin. Humongous proportions. Like, is he 20 feet tall?
Yeah. Easily. Okay. Oh, we're getting really hungry.
Oh.
There we go. I'm getting the timing down on that.
You're getting hunger, unfortunately.
Okay, so while he falls, we are going to...
Have a bread? Have
berries, probably.
Okay.
Climb him? Thank you.
Okay, good. You're in a good spot.
Right. I'm in a very good spot. At least 10 feet. He is easily 15. Damn it.
Yeah, she looked like she was only reaching about his knee.
The problem is there's
even.
one of the other problems that I have, especially with this fight, is there's a reaction time. Or not a reaction time, a recovery time. See how she's just ragdolling randomly? She has to, like...
Did you get it successfully?
Yeah, I got him.
The
problem is it was lagging, so I thought I had it earlier, but I didn't, and then it was confusing. And then it was murky, and... Is he just a...
Normal items.
Is he just a loot pinata?
You got some hide. What else? You got a bedroll. You got some... Maybe that's a better potion? I don't know what that metal is. Those look like nicer potions.
Yeah, they do. This goddamn loot pinata.
And I thought that he was going to have, say, a helmet for you, and one has gloves, and one has...
Oh, did I just...
Did you drop a potion? I think so.
I just made, like, an axe or something.
Oh.
But notice how it costs resources?
Yes.
Yeah, I just spent them. Oh, damn it.
Did you drop wood?
Yeah, I wanted to get rid of it. I could upgrade the sail.
For what?
I gotta work on other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to work on your clothing.
My clothing, I was actually gonna say carrying capacity.
Right, that's
I'll just make a fire, so I don't have to worry about it. What the? No!
Your axe was on fire?
My axe was on fire.
Oh, no.
That's a neat mechanic, but not useful for what I'm doing.
And I thought he was going to give you something special.
I know.
Well, check his arena at least. Maybe there's a statuette nearby or something.
That's where I came in.
Because I would hope he'd be defending something. Wait, there's some sparkles on the left. Those might be berries.
It's a bush. It's a berry bush.
You seem exasperated.
A little, yeah.
Oh, wait, there's a statuette. What did I tell ya?
But, like, I could have just gotten to that by running around. Like, I didn't need to fight him to get that.
I mean, he would have been hearing you with blue fireballs the whole time. That sound that they make, it reminds me very much of the "you got something" from, I think, Resident Evil?
Might? Yeah.
It reminds me of the little chimes that accompanied... I only played Resident Evil 2 on the Nintendo 64. Where are you going? Is this closer to the critter?
I don't know. I was probably going to head back for the cave.
Oh, there's their cave there.
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff all over the place. This game is huge. Like, the world is really cool, but... Okay, I was going to talk about this before we got into things. Got distracted by combat and so on and so forth. So, you know the phrase, like, feature complete, right?
Feature complete?
Yeah, so feature complete is when a game is done. Is effectively, you know, we've successfully made every bit of content in the game. Now it's just like polish and whatnot.
Mm.
I think this game's one of those where they've made every feature. Now it's just a matter of polishing it out. And I think that was actually the wrong way to do it. I would rather have a game that kind of paces the content out chapter by chapter, boss by boss, and have it be actually feature complete, properly QA'd and whatnot.
And I think that what would be nice for this game would be the addition of, you know how in each of those caverns there were paintings on the walls and stuff?
Yeah.
I wish that there were scrolls, or if she could read the writing.
Oh, lore?
And just have a little bit of lore, a little bit of explanation for like who the people that died around here were.
I get that sort of thing's important, but in this case, like, the gameplay is just messy enough.
Yeah, but
because you can pack as much lore into a game as you want, but if the game is unplayable, then I have no interest in playing, like, no interest in suffering through that, if that makes sense.
I wouldn't necessarily say this game is unplayable, though.
No, but
it's just
there is a fair amount of suffering.
When defeating the bosses just gets you a cutscene of a blue wolf taking you to some shrine.
I mean, that is Shadow of the Colossus. Like, you probably are not going to get your wish, period, with this game.
Well, what I'm getting at is there doesn't seem to be a reward. Yes, an image of the creature disappears from the mural, but you don't get any upgrades, you don't get a special item, you don't have an extra stamina bar added to you.
Yep.
You don't have even just an extra bit of lore. Like, typically in a game, you would have some kind of eerie voice or like a person there to say, oh, you know, you defeated Shaloth, the great worm. He had, you know, devastated many a land. Do you know what I mean? Like, even just a little bit of lore can be an incentive for you to continue exploring. You know?
Let's see. The game needs polish. Like, the game's amazing, but every single aspect of it needs more polish. But that's what early access is for. I'll get to your thing in a second. I feel like the messier your early access is, the less likely I am to come back. If it makes sense. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't really have an answer for your thing, because I play plenty of games that have no lore, no story whatsoever. And I'm generally fine with them.
But those are games where the cutscenes tell you everything you need to know.
Not always. I've played a lot of games.
Even without any verbal cues.
Just drink.
Because think of Faye. Remember when we played Faye?
Faye actually had a story they actually like showed you and stuff. But I will play games that have no story whatsoever.
And we were crawling around that world and we were helping all the animals. And we had a desire to help those animals.
Yeah. They gave you motivation, but like...
And ultimately we wanted to save Dear Friend.
But I will say, like, I'm perfectly motivated by a game that just gives you an interesting world to explore and just sets you loose.
Yeah, but in this, I'm wondering, what's the nature of the shrine? What's up with this island? Why are there these 5 entities?
I would say I'm perfectly fine with never finding out.
But is she destined to die here? Is she destined to
We might find out.
Become part of the shrine? Is she going to become a monster herself? Like, or is she going to be given a way out? That's what I'm wondering. And, like, the wolf is helpful. I want to know who the wolf is.
I wish we could store stuff places.
That, too. That would be really good. It would be nice if at your camps you had a little
Well, yeah. You know, if
box.
we could take some of these these raw materials and drag them back. And, you know, build a box. Build a better bed. You know, make it so you stay rested longer. You know, find other caves. Get them out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I will say that, like, I truly don't need consistent lore to enjoy a game. It's fun, but, like, I can have fun regardless. But when a game is actually, like, unplayable... And I'm not going to say that this is unplayable. It's just, like, every little, like, problem we run into pushes me like a little bit further down the hole of just like, I just don't know if I want to play this for a while. And if I found out like the early access period's over and it's still super buggy, it's like, well,
I don't know. I fixate on lore because I like knowing the who, what, and why.
Yeah, I guess part of it is also you don't have to play the games often.
No, that's true. But...
Still hungry. I guess I've got a bunch of these. Berries are not super filling.
Look at that. Oh, it's just fluttering back and forth, the pine tree.
Yeah. Let's see. Where do we go next? I guess this way.
I don't know. For me, the why matters.
The why matters, but I can perfectly accept no why if the game doesn't feel like giving it and you have enough to make up for the no why. Like, honestly, I'd actually prefer to have this system than Fae. Because Fae gave us a why, and then they took it away from us because it was just like, save all the animals, but then, like, it became not about that, and it got really confusing and murky. And I actually
the
felt
ending
like,
was a weird one.
Yeah, I felt like the ending of Fae, for example, actually, like, kind of screwed it over-ish.
It compromised some of the emotional
It compromised a lot
attachment,
because
yeah.
I was just like, I am suddenly very confused and messed up. And so in this case, having like a super just open to interpretation plot, at the very least, I know what my goal is, and it's not going to confuse me with a twist. Or maybe it will. You know, maybe there will be a twist, like we become the next Colossus creature.
I don't know.
The last one is her dad.
I suppose I'm coming this from having just played Hellblade, though. And...
Because Hellblade actually has a legitimately good and interesting story.
But the thing was, each of those little statuettes on the ground could have also been a lore tablet, and that's essentially what I was finding. They could have been.
Yeah, you're right about that. There are places that they could have actually included a fair amount of lore and actually had it been good.
Because I liked looking at those cave paintings and trying to say, well, yeah, are people being sacrificed to these monsters? Are they being gifted by these monsters with some kind of power? But
like going into this and experiencing what I have, I'm not convinced. Oh yeah, there's another bedroll.
Yeah,
honestly,
bedroll.
Now that they're actually kind of showing up a little bit, I'm gonna drop one. I only need one.
Maybe keep one with you at a time.
Yeah, keep one with me at all times. Same thing with a stack of fire. Yeah, better no lore than bad lore. Yeah. I will always be in the camp of. Oops. Hello.
I'm just saying, who's to say that they couldn't come up with good lore?
Oh, I'm sure they could, but... Okay, do I have a club equipped? I do.
I don't know, it's an interesting thing. There are some games that have very little in
What is the point of the goddamn dodge roll?
Yep. There are games that have very little in the way of actual, say, gameplay that are really engaging because of their story. And then there are games where the story is a detriment when there's really nice gameplay. I find that there has to be a balance.
Well, okay, so we had Double Cross a little while back.
Mm-hmm.
Boring game, good story. Or, you know, endearing enough story that I didn't mind too much. Damn it. But the thing is, Double Cross, with the exception of, like, the last boss and the arcade points, it was a fully functional game, and it didn't have any, like, major issues with it. This one, if you were to ask me, what does this game need within the next, like, month? I wouldn't say a story. I would say less bugs and more polished gameplay. Because I know you need a why.
Oh, yeah, but it just seems awfully quiet to me. I'm not just saying that from the... Oh, you know, there's the ambient environment. I suppose the other thing too is there isn't much color. There isn't enough variety for me.
Yeah, but again,
but that's because of the you're in a mountainous snowy region.
But that isn't directly holding it back.
No, it's not holding it back.
And so that's why I'm so insistent on it needs stability and fixes and whatnot, because like for me, if they added a story but fixed nothing about the gameplay, I would be furious. Because like what's the point of playing a game that barely functions? You know, what's the point of having a dodge roll if it only works half the time?
But what if these things were
intentional? They shouldn't be.
Like the ragdoll effect.
So the ragdoll effect I can kind of work with, but for example with the dodge roll, treasure map.
There's the map.
For the dodge roll, when I roll, if the skeleton enemies are like in the air, they will automatically home in on my position. If that's intentional, then I would say that's a mistake, and needs to be fixed immediately, because that is awful game feel and isn't going to feel very good. Yeah, it is also a viewer versus player situation. You are nothing but the spectator to this, and so I guess you don't feel as much of the.
No, I've borne witness to the difficulties that you've had, and I agree completely that they should be addressed. I'm just saying I would like to see a story as well.
Yeah.
I never said don't fix these things.
I know. It's just
you're just putting words in my mouth.
You're just going on and on about how this game needs a story, and I'm like, that's not a priority right now. This game is frustrating.
I'm just saying it would be really easy for them to implement some lore.
What is the point of the ghosts? They're not even guarding anything.
Well, that's the thing. I think they're supposed to chase you off from something that's potentially...
What is this supposed to... What are they... He's guarding this house. What is...
There's something upstairs, I think. See how there's the hatched roof? Or... Nah, maybe not.
I don't think so.
I think you can't get up there.
There's two ghosts. Why?
Because... People have lost their lives in this realm and they're angry.
I just don't get it from a game design perspective. Unless there's like one of those... Nope. Not going this way.
What's that sparkle on the right?
It's like a club or something. It wasn't something useful.
But no, I never said don't correct these mistakes.
No, I know. It's just frustrating that I'm trying to point out like this needs fixing. Oh God, why is this so bad? And you're like, you know what would be nice? Story. And I'm like, that's not important right now.
I'm just finding that there's very little in the world that I want to look for.
No, it's...
Sure, you kill an animal here and there. Sure, you run into a zombie horde or the random ghost, but... And then you have those weird shrines that you feed meat to.
Yeah, there is a decided lack of variety for the amount of stuff that you have to go through. Oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
We just climb? No.
Do you have enough? Are you, well, rested?
No. Here's what we're gonna do. Well, that was pointless.